Well, I saw CaliKim's first video, vlog, as they call it, and not bad for doing it, alone and, holding the iPhone and filming and talking at the same time and stuff. So we're going to get some training with her on the 7D and see how that goes so she can film, while I'm at work. And I think that'll just be a better picture and it's just a better camera than the iPhone camera. But the 7D is a very manual camera, and I'll have to explain that a little bit, and I'm doing a little bit on aperture and shutter speed and things like that. But I think Kim will get it. It'll be good. Yeah, we're really excited about it, and we were like, oh yeah, let's do this. Now all of a sudden, we don't have time to do this, and we're like, when are we going to find time to do this? So we're trying to cram this in between our real life gigs that we're on our way to. Like right now, I'm on my way to somewhere, so it's kind of throwing us for a little bit out of step because it's so different than the garden channel. We are having fun though. We will always have fun, else we'll stop doing it. But it'll take us a little bit to find our groove. We're still a little bit kind of finding our step with sound and with cameras and what's the easiest. You go with the GoPro, which is really small and really cool, but then I would need to purchase additional audio equipment, and we don't really have the money for that. So we can do the 7D, of which I have audio equipment, but it's just bigger and it's bulkier, and Kim has to learn it. So I kind of think we're going to go that route because it's what we have right now, and we don't have to go out and spend anything. So that's the route we're going to go. And after this, I'm going to go ahead and train Kim. And we'll see how that goes, and she's going to probably cut her own video while I'm at work the next day.
Hey guys, and welcome to the CaliKim and Camera Guy vlog. Today I just wanted to kind of show you guys what I'm working on, what I'm doing today, and I know it's kind of strange to start a video in a bathroom, but let me just explain why. Okay, if you've watched on my gardening channel at all, CaliKim 29, you know that Southern California is in a huge drought. And I've been talking about how we have these huge water restrictions, don't really have enough water for the garden. And so I've been really brainstorming on some ways that we can save water around the house and even use some of the gray water to actually water outside. So that's what I was working on today. I know it's kind of strange, but I'm just starting in the bathroom and kind of brainstorming, and maybe if you guys have any ideas, you can help me out. Some of you are more experienced in this than I, but last night I was washing my face and taking all my makeup off in the sink right here, and I thought, hey, why not save that water? I can water the garden with that. So I got a pitcher here, I plugged up the sink, and I just kind of scooped it all into this pitcher. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to use this actually for the garden. The second thing I'm doing is I put this tub, oh, this is kind of heavy here. Oh, I don't know if I can lift it up. Oh. Okay guys, I put this tub in the shower, all right? And I thought, why not catch the water from the shower, right? Because there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I'm just rinsing myself off. I'm not like taking the water after I wash my hair or soap up or anything. So I'm just rinsing myself off when I first get in, and I put this tub right in the middle of the shower. I thought, why not? We might as well try putting this on the garden. And I really want to try and water my front garden bed completely with gray water. And I think if we collect enough and we do it every day, I think that's possible, and possibly even water some of the backyard. So, hey, we'll give it a try. All right, I'm gonna head out to the kitchen now, or head down to the kitchen now, and I'm really excited. I picked some eggplant a couple days ago, and you might have seen that video on my garden channel. I'm gonna make some eggplant parmesan for dinner, and I'm super excited. I love eggplant parmesan. These eggplant were particularly beautiful. So hop on over to my garden channel and check that out of me harvesting the eggplant if you haven't yet, and I'm gonna go down and just do a quick little eggplant parmesan, throw it together for dinner tonight. Hey guys, well, welcome to my kitchen. And one thing I forgot to say at the beginning of this video is I'm not on an iPhone this time. So hopefully this is a step up, although it's not Camera Guy's videos, but hey, he showed me some basics about his camera equipment, and I'm giving it a go. He's not home. I really wanted to be able to film some episodes for the vlog when he's not home. So he showed me the basics. I know maybe the lighting's not the greatest, but hopefully you can get the gist of it, okay? So welcome to my kitchen. This is where I film some recipe videos, if you've seen any on my garden channel. Now, recipe videos are not my favorite videos to film, to be honest with you, because they do get a little long and involved. And so I really want to make this one super quick and just really bring you along and show you what I'm having for dinner tonight. So basically, we're making eggplant parmesan. I picked a couple eggplant from the garden the other day, and you go back and check out that video on the garden channel if you want to. And I've got one diced up here, and one I started to dice up, took the top off, and realized I'm probably not going to need it. So this is actually a really pretty light version of a recipe that I found on Pinterest. It's a lighter eggplant parmesan recipe, I should say, and doesn't involve all the time that you take to bread and fry the eggplant, which is wonderful, and I love that, but I don't have a lot of time tonight. Trying to lighten up a little bit as well. So all I did here was I threw some homemade spaghetti sauce mixed with a little bit of the Trader Joe's jarred version, which I didn't quite have enough of my own homemade, so I threw this stuff in here. This is pretty good. I think the mixture together is going to be a winner. So I'm making two pans, actually, two small pans. I'll put one in the freezer, one for us for dinner tonight, and I just basically put some breadcrumbs that I pulverized in my blender here in the bottom on top of the spaghetti sauce. And I'm pretty much just going to layer my ingredients. Really simple. Throwing in a layer of eggplant. Stuff is so good. I can't wait to taste it. This is my first eggplant harvest of the season. The color was just absolutely beautiful. I picked it a couple days ago. It's starting to get just a little bit wrinkled, so it's definitely time to cook it. But throwing some of that in there, and I actually wanted to add a little bit of chicken just to give it a little bit more substance. So throwing some chicken in there. It's the first time I've done it with chicken, so we'll see how it turns out. But hey, it's worth a try. You know, you can add chicken or you can just leave it out, whatever you want. But I thought that Jerry would probably like it better with chicken. I don't know about the kids. They're not wild about eggplant, period. But hey, whatever. I have to try and hide it from them. So got that chicken in there, and then I'm actually going to throw some of my Kellogg's breakfast tomatoes, which now I'm finally getting some ripe tomatoes on. These tomatoes are beautiful. They're one of my very favorite kinds of tomatoes. They're a really pretty orange color, super, super sweet, and I thought I would add just that little bit of extra garden taste. So throw these on top, and then I'm just going to layer some cheese. Now for the cheese, I didn't have enough of the mozzarella. So all I did was I mixed together a couple different cheeses that I had. I had some mozzarella, some cheddar, threw in some Parmesan in here. And oh, before I add the cheese, I want to add some fresh basil. Now this basil, I just stick in a little vase of water, keep it on my windowsill, and you can see, let's see, there's actually roots growing out of them. And it's a great way to propagate basil, but mainly, and I already have plenty of basil outside, so I don't need any more plants at the moment. But the main reason I keep this on my windowsill is so that I can throw it real quick into recipes just like this. And I use it in like egg dishes, just whatever I feel like having basil for. It's so delicious, adds a great flavor. Just wash these off real quick. So I'm just gonna add a little bit on top here, just rip it apart. Add it on top. Actually, the one that's frozen, probably shouldn't have added that till later, but when it comes out of the freezer, but whatever, it can't hurt too much. I'll add some more later after I take it out. I can add this fresh basil on top. I'm gonna add some cheese. This is gonna be perfect for tonight. It's a real quick dinner. And I'll add some more sauce. Whoops. Just pour that on. And then I'm actually going to repeat the layers real quick. And we're going to have a really nice dish of eggplant parmesan. I guess if you want to call it that, it's more like an eggplant casserole. A few more tomatoes on top. And we'll end with the sauce and the cheese. And really, this could feed all four of us if my kids would eat it. Because if they would eat it, they'd probably just eat a tiny little bird amount. But probably this would be good for people with normal appetites for 2 or 3 people. End up with the cheese. I hope you guys can see this. I'm going to show it to you in a second here. But wow, look at that. Isn't that great? Literally took me about 5 minutes to throw together. Maybe about 10 minutes to chop everything up and prepare everything and get it ready. But super quick dinner. I'm gonna throw this in the oven, and when I take it out, I'm gonna come back and show you what it looks like. Oh, and before I do that, just wanted to show you guys over here. We talked about gray water at the beginning. I'm also collecting gray water in the kitchen. I put this bowl in my kitchen sink, and what I'm doing is, as I rinse off my hands when they're, you know, not super dirty, but just kind of rinsing them off and rinsing off dishes that aren't super dirty, I'm collecting it in this bowl, and then I'll also use this bowl, either throw it outside on my lawn, or probably first of all water the garden with it if there's not a whole lot of like food scraps and things like that, and if it looks pretty good. So I'm really trying to collect water any way I can to conserve and to make sure that my garden gets enough water. So okay, let me throw this in the oven, and then I'm gonna come back and show you what it looks like as we're eating it and as I pull it out. Okay guys, I just want to give you a little close-up here before I put this in the oven, and boy, it sure is different doing this on your own without camera guy around. I really feel for you guys who are making videos all by yourself. I'm seeing now that it's not quite as easy as it looks. All those times I've gotten a little impatient with camera guy because he's like adjusting everything and figuring out the lighting and the focus and all that. You know what? I have a lot more understanding for him now. So just want to give you this quick little close-up before I get it in the oven. And I'll show you it again when I take it out. My eggplant casserole is ready to come out. It's bubbling away in here. Whoa, that looks good. I actually added a little bit, let's see if you guys can see this here. I added a little bit of cheddar cheese on the top. Whoops, just needed a little bit more, and a little bit of Parmesan cheese on the top. But I put in the oven, oh, probably about 30 minutes or so at about 350. Whew, this is gonna be yummy. I'm just gonna let it sit for a few minutes, kind of to set up real nicely before we dish it up, and then we'll have some dinner. Oh, and right here, guys, here is the other eggplant, and all I did was chop it up, saute it with a little bit of olive oil and garlic for just a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna freeze it. We'll like flash freeze it, so it'll freeze separately in little cubes and chunks, then I can pull it out and add it to homemade pizza, which is one of my favorite ways to have it. So come back when this is ready for dinner. All right, now for the taste test.
Okay.
New recipe, simplified version of eggplant parmesan, simplified and lightened.
What does that mean? Wow.
It's not fried.
Oh, this is good. This is really good.
This is
I'm
good.
surprised.
Wow.
This is good, guys. See?
Wow, I like those tomatoes in there. It's kind of different.
It's really good.
It's really simple with a salad.
Mm-hmm.
Garden fresh flavor, huh? It's almost like a lasagna in a way.
Yep.
Without all the gooey cheese.
Very good.
Okay, guys. Thanks for watching tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for joining us for dinner. See you guys next time.
Later.
Good. Well, just to wrap this up, I wanted to do a quick shot here of the gray water that I collected just in one day, and I'm actually really surprised at how much I collected. This here is from the shower this morning, probably a couple gallons in there. This here is what I showed you earlier from the sink, at least a gallon in there. And this is just from washing my face last night. So I really think I'm going to be able to water my front garden bed just with the gray water I collect every day. So I'm actually pretty excited about that. That's going to definitely help with the water restrictions, and I've got some more eggplant coming on here. So hopefully with this water, we're going to be able to make some more yummy eggplant parmesan. So thanks a lot for joining us today for eggplant, parmesan, gray water, and for dinner. We'll see you guys later. Oh, this one's heavy.